What is up, riders? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of the build series on this Yamaha BWS. Alright guys, so if you do remember, in the first part of this video we did the full drive system as well as the final drive. So that's the gear up kit from Malossi. If you haven't checked that out, the links will be down in the description or in the pop-up above. Alright, so let's check out what we're installing. First up, we have, for the intake side, we've got the Malossi VL14 reed valve. So this is going to go into the motor before we do the next mod, which is PHVB Malossi carburetor, and that's a 22mm carb. It's going to work awesome with the scooter. We're also running the stock airbox, so we're going to do a small modification on that, and we'll show you that in a bit. And then finally, we got the big mama. We got the Malossi 125cc big bore kit. I guess you could call it a 124cc technically, but this is a bigger capacity, a bigger bore, same stroke, bigger bore, and this is going to be an awesome little upgrade. Shut up. Shut up, wind. Shut up. That damn door.
So next up, I'm going to take off all the bodywork while Jean takes off the exhaust so we can fit some parts. So I'm going to take the carb off with the cabling and stuff. I'm going to just pull the motor out. It's going to be much easier than trying to put the barrel on in the frame. It can be done, but you know, just add on another like 5 minutes and then you can make your life so much easier. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to strip it down. That's what we're doing.
Alright, before we put on the barrel and the top end, let's do the intake. So I've got the VL14 here, but before we install the VL14, we've got this intake, what do you call this, cone stuffer slash inserts going in, and we're going to put it in. I know, I realized that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got the Malossi carburetor, and I'm not going to install the carb now, but what comes with this Malossi carb is the intake manifold. So let's get this out here and put it on. And go like so. Remember, we don't need to run a gasket with this because the VL14 comes with a rubber seal, so it comes with basically like a little O-ring, and we don't need to run an OEM gasket with this.
This is my turn to open up the box of fun. Let's get the gaskets out. Base gasket, this one. Get some oil for the bearing. So we're going to replace the small end bearing. Some push strap on it. Cool. Okay, so brand new gudgeon pin, some circlips. I think a good thing to remind you guys about is never ever use old circlips. They will come out. You don't want that to happen because then it's just going to spoil your barrel. I'm going to install the one circlip first. So interestingly, on the BWS, you don't actually need the ports in the piston. I think they just haven't bothered to change the design. Even Yamaha uses but it goes this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this circlip in so that when we install it, I can get to this one easier. Circlips are a bit tricky, but if you get it in the right section, you can clip it in quite easily. There we go. Got to make sure that they're clipped into the groove, otherwise it can come out. And then rule of thumb would be to rotate it so the gap is at the top. Next I'm going to use the rings. On the rings you're going to see the numbers on the top, and if you can see that there, numbers face up, letters, numbers, whatever face up. Malossi run both top and bottom ring the same, so we're gonna, it doesn't matter which way it goes. Doesn't matter which one's top or bottom, we're just gonna stick them on. Ring gap is there, and the other one's gonna be quite a wide ring gap. Cool. We need some more oil. We're going to lube it up. Cool. Some lube on the piston. Okay, so we're going to just torque down the head. First, it's 14 Newton meters, but we're going to do it in 2 stages. So we're just going to go 7, opposite, and then opposite, and then just go once more. Because it's a nut and a stud, the stud's going to twist and pull as well. So you can't just do one torque. You have to go back and double check. If it was bolts straight into the head, then you can kind of get away with it, but ideally always just double check. Okay, then next is 14, and we go again.
Alright, finally is the spark plug. Now what was running in this bike is a BP7HS. Jeepers, you act as if I speak like that normally. Jeez. So it was running a BPHS-10. No, BP7. It was running a BP7HS-10, and we are going to run the BP8. The BP8 is slightly cooler, so we're going to run that because he will be running an exhaust pipe eventually, and it suits our climate a little bit better. And yeah, and then the -10 is the gap, right? So it's got a little bit of an extra gap on the electrode, 1 mil gap. So yeah, and then we're going to keep this on because we are running the NGK TB05, which is a waterproof plug. So yeah, let's install this plug. Yeah, plug cap. Whatever. You know what, it's late. I'm tired. Forgot which way it screws in. I'm wondering now if I have any usable footage of me talking about a spark plug. Anyway, spark plug socket, hand tight, quarter turn. Well, that was actually so loose. Hang on, there we go. Quarter. That's actually quite tight. I'm not going to go too hard.
Okay, so I've put on the shroud and this rubber thing which covers pretty much the stator and stuff. And yeah, now we can put the engine back in the bike. So let's do that.
Hold on, let me take my time.
Right, now that the engine's back installed, we are also going to be installing this awesome aftermarket shock that we sell on our website. So this is a 300mm shock, fully rebuildable, serviceable, adjustable preload, looks quite good, and it handles quite a lot of extra weight, which is nice in South Africa. So we're going to install this and check it out.
Cool. Okay, so those of you who've never done this, there's a few gadgets inside this kit which I want to show you. So this carb can be used with a stock air filter and also the Malossi cone filter. But depending on how you set it up, depends on what you're going to use. There's 2 different needles on the slide. This is the thin one, which would be used on the Malossi cone filter. And then this jet, 75. So this is the smaller jet where there's a 78 in here. So we're going to leave the 78 because we're running at the coast. 75 we'll probably use up country. We're going to leave the thicker needle on the slide because we're running the stock airbox, and then we'll test it from there. Cool, so I've pulled the slide out. I just want to show you guys the difference in the needles. This one's for thin one here is for cone filter, and this one's for the stock airbox. Keep in mind that we have to add this little intake into the airbox still. And secondly, on the BWS, we need to take the long one off, and we need to put the short one, this one we need to put on.
Okay, we've mounted the choke. So we've got the choke over here, half choke, full choke, off, and the carburetor is obviously fitted. And we did do the airbox modification. If you guys want to check out what that entails, we do have it in the link up above or in the description below. We have done it before. So we're almost done. The last thing to fit is this Motorforce ignition coil. So this runs at 31,000 volts as opposed to, I think it's 15,000. So it's almost double, more than double the voltage. So we're going to put this on now. Alright, so we've got the old ignition coil, the new one, but I want to run the TB05 EM, which is already on the bike, so we're going to take this off quickly and then just put it on the new one. There we go, nice and tight. Now let's install it back on the bike. Let's see if she starts. I'm going to have to use 2 hands here. She starts. And there you have it. It is all back together. Next up, we're going to get her off here and take her for a proper ride. Okay. All done and dusted. The BWS 125 looking quite neat and clean. Still the stock exhaust pipe, so we're running the 7.2, so it'll be interesting to see how she runs with the stock exhaust. We've also got the Motorforce shock looking quite clean with the choke, the manual choke, the Malossi keychain, and the Urban Rider sticker. Take her for a ride. Still got to run it in a bit, but oh, I think I should check her fuel. Let's check if it's got fuel. Oh, it's got fuel. It's got fuel. Okay. Nice, buddies. Stop in front of the... Oh! The straight cut gears. Oh, it's a busy day. Oh. Oh! That's straight cut gear. We're pulling. Very heavy. Oh, we're chilling. We are chilling. Look at that. This would definitely do better with the 11 grams. Revving quite high for 80. Oh, the stand window. But it feels strong. Really strong. Yeah. That feels good. Alright, let's find some flat, straight ground. I'll do a little 0 to 60, 0 to 100. And see what the scooter can do. I don't know if the scooter will do 100. It's very quick to get to 80 and then it kind of stops there. I definitely think it's these rollers. But with a pipe, this will be insane. Oh, I hope you guys can hear those straight cut gears. Woo! Oh, it's so windy. Anyway. Yeah, nah. Okay, I think this is going to be the best chance to do a 0 to 60. Okay, let's go. Nice. That was pretty quick. I'm gonna see if I can get to 100, but I actually highly doubt it. Just based on how basically light these rollers are. Okay. Nope. I think maybe. But truthfully, I don't think it's gonna hit 100. Oh, the straight cut gears though. Sounds so good. Clutch disengages early. Feels good. Remember, everything's still bedding in, so I'm not trying to push it too hard, but also I'm not pushing it hard, if you know what I mean. But still, it's riding pretty great. But yeah, this is exactly why we always recommend going with the lighter rollers when you have an exhaust, so it reaches that power band. Whereas now, it's just revving way too high for the standard exhaust, and you're just not getting that full benefit. So there is a sweet spot, and if you want to just go crazy balls to the wall 5 grams, you're gonna have a nice wheelie machine, but you're not gonna have any top end. And I mean, you can even get the best of both if you just balance that out. Oh, she feels so good. I can't get over this. I love that whine. Oh, it's so good. You can actually hear it more with the standard exhaust, because the standard exhaust is quieter. Oh, this feels so good. I love it. What a sweet scooter. Again, basically a fully modified scooter. 125 big book kit, 22mm carb. It's insane. What is happening here? I'm scared. What an awesome scooter. 125 big book kit, 22mm carb, full Malossi drive, full Malossi gearbox, motor force shock. Sure, this is a beast of a scooter. Just waiting for that exhaust and it's going to turn into a demon. She's running so sweet. I wish I had the 11 grams in you now to show you guys how awesome the scooter could be and how great the 11 grams actually are for a stock exhaust. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this content, remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Check us out in the links down below. We'll check you next time. Peace.